Now, let us take a look at the basic principles of discharge measurement. First, let us consider the case of a river. River discharge refers to the volume of water passing through a cross-section per unit time. So, how can river discharge be calculated? The basic concept is Q equals A multiplied by Vm, where Q is discharge, A is the cross-sectional area, and Vm is the mean velocity. The challenge is that it is difficult to obtain the mean velocity Vm directly and in real time. This is why the velocity method is required. Instead of directly measuring the cross-sectional mean velocity, the velocity method estimates the mean velocity using index velocity measured at specific location of the river cross-section. Index velocity is typically measured near the water surface or at a specific point below the surface. It assumes that the two-dimensional velocity distribution across the cross-section varies proportionally with discharge. Therefore, index velocity is typically taken as the maximum velocity or value very close to it. Index velocity and mean velocity have a statistically consistent relationship. This relationship is expressed as Vm equals FVI. The cross-sectional area is determined from a stage area relationship. The index velocity method is defined by a regression equation between index velocity and mean velocity derived from ADCP measurements and so on. Once the relationship between index velocity and mean velocity is defined, mean velocity can be estimated automatically using index velocity alone. By multiplying it by the cross-sectional area, discharge can be estimated in real time. This is the core principle of real-time discharge estimation technique. Now, let us introduce the procedure for estimating discharge using the index velocity method. The first step is to measure actual discharge using instruments such as ADCP. This step provides reference discharge data for the river cross-section. The second step is to establish the stage area relationship through cross-sectional surveying. This defines how the cross-sectional area changes as the water level varies. The third step is to estimate the cross-sectional area corresponding to water level at the time of discharge measurement using the stage area relationship. The fourth step is to calculate mean velocity by dividing discharge by the cross-sectional area. The fifth step is the most critical. It is to determine the representative index velocity at the time of discharge measurement. In general, index velocity is set at a stable and representative location within a river. It is often taken from the section where maximum velocity occurs. The sixth step is regression analysis to define the relationship between index velocity and mean velocity. Once the regression is defined, mean velocity can be estimated from index velocity alone. Multiplying it by the cross-sectional area gives real-time discharge. The relationship may form a single linear equation or two or more separate trends. The key point is this: to develop a reliable index velocity-mean velocity relationship, a sufficient number of measurements must be collected across a wide range of flow velocities. In summary, the index velocity method requires detailed field surveys and calibration in the initial stage. However, once the index-mean relationship is established, it allows discharge to be estimated simply and safely. To apply the index velocity method, we need instruments that measure index velocity. Next time, we will explore the types of instruments and how they work. Thank you.